What's going on, guys? We're back here on the Team Perth Pro Players channel. Today we have the Perth Pro Players team member himself, Michael Paxton, coming in with hot off his 4th place top with the original King Vegeta.
The boy. He's back.
He's back. He's not dead.
Right.
Long live the king.
So, I'm going to say, before we get started, it is a best of 1 pre-side, right? So things will change in and out. If you're playing best of 3s, make sure you take that in consideration. My deck is built around a best of 1 pre-side, okay? Alright, but the lead is back, and I'm stoked on it, you know? I love it. I love playing this. I think it got to the end of the meta and everyone was getting bored of the same stuff.
An amazing leader, very fun. Bit of glare somewhere.
Just remember, you've got your errata here where you have to pay an energy for your boys. You don't get them for free anymore. Which is kind of sad, but it's not too bad. I kind of do this in the first maybe 2-3 turns. Most of the time 2 turns, right? And then after that you pretty much get rid of it. So let's get into it. You've got 3 Vegeta, right? And then 2 of the promo Raditz just there. So these are the guys that you're playing out for free. Most of the time I play the Vegeta, but if you get 2 on board, obviously you've got to keep your Raditz there. Most of the time you want to tuck them turn 1, so they shouldn't be on the board too long. They're just needed, so if you need to put underneath the deck, you've got them. So these guys obviously get that burn, which is really nice. Puts opponent down to 4 really, really quickly, and that's what you want in this deck, because you get to awaken when your opponents have 4 or less life. And then the guys that play off these cards, you've got 4 of each Vegeta, alright? So 4 of the free play one, and then 4 of the crit one, okay? So if you go first, obviously this one's probably the best one, turn 2, because then you get a crit swing, you get a surge, everything like that. The reason I have 4 of this in there is to, in the later game, if I need to, it's free, and then I can pay 3 for the Vegeta that evolves on top, right? Yeah. And this is the Vegeta that evolves on top, which is just an absolutely ridiculous card.
So good.
The fact that it's not once per turn on that -10 is just absolutely incredible. So really, really strong against 30Ks, right? Because what happens is, obviously on play, you're -10, your leader then procs to minus another 10k, and then if they swing with it, it means they're going to get minus another 10k. So that's pretty much a dead 30k, which is just absolutely insane. Obviously, it feels kind of expensive at times, but at the same time, it has such a high payoff that if you can get it going, and you usually get it probably like a turn 4 or something like that. As I said, if you free play this guy and then evolve with this, you're going to get it very, very easily on that turn 4, right? And if you can keep it on board, absolutely incredible. Very needed, obviously, all these cards.
Yeah, and amazing that the ownership rules on that card changed, so now it doesn't burn you if it gets stolen.
Exactly right, which is incredible as well. And then we have a unison of choice, which is Baby, okay? Baby, I feel like, is just a ridiculously good card. It gives you all the control that you want, draws you cards, which is incredible. Obviously, you can take cards from underneath to not lose markers, and it pluses 1k. What more could you want in a unison, honestly?
Exactly. Like, best generic rated unison.
I think it's one of the best. Obviously, if you feel like you need extra control, I do have Jiren in the sideboard too, so I do bring him in every now and then, just to change it over, and also the aggro, because obviously he doesn't have double strike like Jiren. And then obviously we play our 4 Videls, okay? Best counterplay in this deck. This is absolutely incredible. Once again, a 30k means pretty much dead, because you do your Spirit Boost, you're -20, and then your leader procs and you're minus another 10. So 30Ks are pretty much dead, which is just absolutely incredible.
Such a powerful synergy.
As well. Yeah, very, very strong. And obviously being able to deal with 2 threats is really nice as well. We play 1 of this bad boy. Obviously tuck him underneath the unison, play him out for the 3 energy. Very easy to do the Spirit Boost 3 in this deck too. You draw so much. And I guess this is just good for a little bit of board clear if you need it, or a little bit of extra pressure with the triple attack. I feel like it's kind of a staple in red now. We then have the 1 of King Piccolo. Again, staple. You have to have it in every red deck.
It's your red overarm.
Yeah. The sneaky 1 of Double Strike Kai, of course. Always need one of these, I feel like, as well. Just sometimes you have to win off that leader swing or that unison swing or whatever you need. Really, really strong. Also very strong when it's paired behind this as well, because you're a 40k, which is absolutely incredible as well. And I felt like sometimes the deck didn't have enough double strike. I really like to have the double strike pressure and keep it going. So this is really good just to add a little bit of extra double strike into the deck. And then the overall choice was the mirror. Once again, it's a double strike threat, which I really liked. Pay 1 energy, but you get it back at the start of your opponent's main phase, and you get to draw a card as well, right?
Yep.
Absolutely insane. The fact that it's a 30k as well.
30k, very strong.
Absolutely
Double
incredible.
strike, pressure, replaces itself and refunds itself.
Yeah, very hard to combo out of as well once you've gone for game and you're smashing everything down. Now my SCR of choice, I do not have Vegeta. I don't have the Vegeta SCR. That SCR is really, really strong. However, this one is my extra pressure as well, right? It's a free combo, 2 energy, either you clear the board or you put it on the board and swing a double strike crit, right? I feel like it's absolutely incredible. Once again, I just like having double strike threats so you can put pressure.
Yeah.
The crit behind it is even stronger, and the fact that it's an extra super combo means we have 5, right?
Yeah, very strong.
Absolutely insane. If you have Vegeta though, either one is fine, right? Completely up to you. I just have this one and I choose to play this one. We then run some 2-0s. So 2 crown, okay, really nice because this one can be searched off your leader and can be searched off that 3-drop Vegeta as well. Very strong against blue. I feel like once again a staple card at the moment, right? Very easy just to pluck something out of someone's hand or force them to use a counterplay. Very strong. And then 2 of Resolve Renew, once again staple in red, right? Like so good for the floodgates, and very good in the mirror matches when you're playing red because of their counterplay Videls, right? You just completely get rid of that straight away, and then you can kind of just go on with your turn, which is just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, great card.
And then because we're minusing all the time, right? We put 2 SS3 Goku in. So easy to play off. Great thing as well is obviously you've got your 1 red in the drop. You pay 1 red, you remove it, and then you get minus 5k, which if you don't have something to proc your leader, really nice because there's 15k during their turn because it is an activate battle.
Definitely,
right, which is really, really nice. Obviously, you've got your field card to proc the minus 5k during your turn, but during their turn, Sneaky could kill something and they just don't realize, right? Which is really strong.
Always love some battle tricks that will catch people out.
Definitely. And then we put 2 Legic in, right? You're giving your opponent a battle card. If they don't combo it up, you have this turn 1. You play this for free, or sorry, probably your turn 2, right? So turn 1 you play it, and then turn 2 you get this for free, and then hopefully you replace that little 1-drop with one of your 3-cost Vegetas, right? So this is just free value. Extra swing, but it's also extra defense if you need to.
Why not?
Right, happened every now and then, wasn't the best, but it's still good to have in there. Obviously, super combo of choice. Can't run anything but 4 Raditz, right?
Gotta be Raditz.
Pretty much every game, because you search your deck so often for Saiyans, I had 4 in my hand pretty much every single game. And you just feel super safe sitting behind this the whole game. Obviously, we know drawing 2 cards is absolutely incredible, being able to cycle through your deck and just putting things you don't need at the bottom. Really, really strong. So definitely need to run 4 of this. We then have 2 Topo. Just a floodgate if you need it, right? I do have an extra one on the side just in case you need that floodgate because it is really important to be able to defend yourself in the later games.
And very relevant in the red mirror because it can't get Vegeta.
Exactly right. And then to our extra cards. So we have 2 Imposing Presence. Obviously, once again, very strong because it does proc your leader's effect as well. So technically on the first swing you could minus 20k, right? Which is very strong.
Very good.
And then obviously having the minus 5, very strong against anything that goes really wide. So if you do have a matchup that's going wide side, you're 3rd in, and then make sure you kind of control that board a little bit, just saves you a few turns, right? Very good against like GT and things like that. We then negate a choice. We have 2 testing the ops. You're a leader that goes down to 5, so this is live pretty much. Turn 2, turn 3, very easily. Most of the time you awaken turn 3, so it's live very quickly. Obviously being able to have a blocker and stop an attack, very strong.
Very strong.
And then last 2 cards in the deck because I love this card. Obviously being able to minus things is very strong when it's mixed with this leader. You are technically, again, a minus 20k potentially, right? And a plus 15, which is absolutely huge. So very, very strong effect to be able to trigger, and just, again, can steal games because people don't realize that you have something like this in the deck.
Looking just straight at it, it's basically a 35k boost for 1 energy.
Exactly right. All right, onto the side deck. So, as I said, we run 4 Jiren, right? This is super important, I feel like, in the yellow matchup, right? Because you do need that double strike, especially against things like Dripku where they're not really caring about your unison at all, and your unison's not strong enough to put threats. But the important thing is obviously you get minus 10 on a unison too, which can put a hell of a lot of control into the matchup, and the double strike forcing them to use cards from hand to survive is very important as well, because you don't want them to go too long.
Yeah.
So this is really nice, it's easy swap out for your 4 unisons. I then have 3 of this bad boy. Very good for your Gamma matchup, right? Because obviously their cell is so easy to clear your entire board, which is very frustrating. Put barrier on it, if you've got the 5-drop sitting on board, their cell can't swing.
Yeah.
Right, so it's very, very strong. It makes it kind of bad for them to go into cell for you. So this is really strong. I then have 2 Violent Rays, again for just any like mirror matches. Yellow as well if they're going for the drip coup because of the 20k unison triple attack. Very strong. Just easy swap out for one of your other negates. You then have the 3rd Imposing Presence, which again, any wide matches, put this in. Just give obviously that little bit of extra control. We've got a 3rd Crown that is just for, again, blue most of the time, right? You just want to nick things out of hand or force them to use their Android 18 super combos if you're going against Gamma, right? Because they don't want you to look at their hands. They'll force you to use it, and then you play something that's actually a threat after, hopefully, right?
Yeah, very good.
That's the idea. Turbo, once again, mirror match really strong. Being able to just control a little bit, slow the game down in your favor. That's what you want. Can't be targeted by resolve immunity. So that's really strong. And then last thing, everyone hates hand destruction, so we got 3 Deborahs. All right, no one wants to lose their hand at the end of the day, so Deborah just helps to draw back up. Which is the
very
ideal
self-explanatory.
thing.
Very good.
And that's the deck, guys. That's what it is. All right.
Thank you so much, Michael Paxton, bringing the king back. It's always good to have you on the other side of the camera rather than over here.
It's very strange being on this side. Before we get going as well, always shout outs, boys, you know. So look, I want to give you a huge shout out to our sponsor, Team Card Titan. You guys look after us an immense amount, and we really appreciate it. I also want to give a huge shout out to the team, all these boys, obviously having chats with them, build the deck and everything like that. Always respect all of them. They're on most of my videos, which I always appreciate as well. And then to everyone that's watching at home, everyone that's subscribed, everyone that's taking the time to watch a video, I appreciate you all. You guys are absolutely incredible. Can't believe how many of you have subscribed to the channel. And if you do like the content, you remember, subscribe, hit that bell to stay notified, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Peace.